Hello and happy Saturday. Today is Saturday, July 11th. I think it's the 11th. Pretty good day today. I went and did league play out of town. It's something I've been doing. Oh, what did I just hit? Something's under my. Oh, it's the pedestal of the dining table. I thought I hit something under my table. I went out of town to do league play, and it's something I've been doing since April. And they play every other Saturday at a restaurant, and I really enjoy it. I don't want to say there's a downside because I enjoy it, but every week beginners show up, and we never say no, and we always teach. So after April, May, June, July, after eight times that we have met, and let's just say 4 to 6 games per time, it's almost 50 games. Out of all these games, I've only won 4 times. And I'm not saying I should have won more because I'm better. I'm not saying that. I really don't have a chance to play because I'm always teaching. I'll say it over and over and over again. I don't mind teaching. But something happened today that kind of has me a little bit salty. I don't even know how to say it, but I'll say it. We're a good group, and we welcome beginners and we teach beginners, but no matter what your skill level is, you need to be courteous and make a timely move. Make a move. We played 5 games in 3 hours. Now, if you are in a tournament, you should be doing a 15 to 20 minute game, because in a tournament, you're going to do 4 games an hour. In league play, casual open play, 20 minutes is fine. That's fine. But almost 40 minutes per game. And the reason why, it's not because they didn't know how to play. Everybody was counseling each other and helping each other out. But what took a long time was nobody wanted to lose, which I get that. But I've learned from experience, this is not gospel, this is just my experience. A long game will equal a wall game. Just say it to yourself. Long games equal wall games. If you don't know what a wall game is when nobody wins. Nobody wins. It's almost like a draw. You draw to the very last tile, nobody won. The reason why that happens is each player, every one of them, is taking too long. And they're pivoting and they're not committing, and they are so desperate to not lose that they're taking too long. And, again, we're not rushing anybody, but they're taking way too long. The person who took the longest each time to make a move, and I'm not talking about just discarding, I'm talking about drawing from the wall, which I've said so many times. When it's lots of times these people, it'll be their turn. And rather than drawing from the wall, they're going to sit here and analyze. I think maybe in their head, okay, I'm going to draw, and I need to draw this, and I need to draw this. This is what I need to do. And then they draw. And I say over and over and over, draw. Whatever you get in racket, it's going to change the landscape. Just you got to put it on your rack. You can't spend so much time just drawing. It's too much. Nobody expects anybody to come the first time, even the third time, and be an expert. We're not experts. I'm not an expert. But I do know that when you get your tiles laid out, it's going to be either or. It could be either this, or that. But the thing is what it's not going to be. You know exactly what it's not going to be. So there really should not be so much time spent deciding what to discard. It can get dicey if you're playing 2 hands. Yeah, it can get dicey. 40 minutes a game, that's not dicey. That's taking too much time. It's just not courteous to every player, especially when everybody's helping each other. And you can ask for help. You can ask for advice. We're not pitching each other against each other. We're being helpful. That's why I'm losing every game, because I can't be strategic, because I'm helping. I'm even passing off tiles I need because I know they need it, and it will speed the game. It'll speed the game along. So when you're invited to open play, No. And if somebody is rushing you, bat on them and tell them, I'm going to take as much time as you do. So, don't get walked on. And it shouldn't happen. But still, you want a modicum of courtesy to where you have a certain amount of games to get through to have scores on. And if you're into your third hour and you haven't done 3 games, it's just not good. And I have learned firsthand that if you make yourself speed up and you force yourself to make decisions, you do fine. You do absolutely fine. There's no sense in regretting over something and drawing a game out to 40 minutes long because you're trying to prevent regretting something. Again, when it comes time to discard something, maybe you don't know what hand you're going through, but but you sure as heck know what you're not going for. So, for example, if you have a hand such as this, I just drew 4 hands. I've got 4 racks lined up. I just randomly drew and I lined them up. You've got my word that I have not staged these. You've got my word. Even when you're looking at something like this, you may not know what you're doing yet, but you know what you're not going to do. You've got 2 4s, 6s, and 8s, and you've got 3 6 9s. So you know for sure you're probably not doing winds and dragons. So you know what you're going to get rid of. You may know that you may want to do something that is consecutive. Here's 3 4 5. You got 3 4 over here. Okay, hang on to them. Get rid of something else. So when it comes time to discard, please don't hold your table hostage while you try to decide. Just keep in mind, yes, you may not know what you're doing yet. Sometimes I'm in the middle of the game before I lock it in on a hand, but whether I am locked in on a hand or not, I'm going to discard and not drag everybody down with me. So please don't hold your table hostage waiting to discard something because they're ready to draw their next tile. Let's look at this hand. Let's look. Like I said, you could possibly do 3 4 5 3 4. So looking at the consecutive section, you've got one right here that is all 3 suits. And it doesn't have to be 1 2 1 2 3. It says any 3 consecutive numbers. You've got a good head start on these consecutive numbers. And that hand there does not call for any winds, any flowers. Let's get rid of them. You're going to get rid of everything that is not 3 4 5. Let's hang on to that 6 just in case. Let's get rid of everything that is not 3 4 5 6. And we're going to keep the joker because you never get rid of jokers. There you are. This is what you're looking at. Don't look at that because you're going to get beguiled and think, well, if I just get one more of these, I can do such and such. Forget them. They're gone. They're a lost cause. Here is your focus. You know immediately you don't need these. Get rid of them. Don't think about them. Get rid of them. So that's my advice for that hand. Let's look at another hand. Bow. Look what I've got a hospital going on over here. You see this rack right here? These plastic racks are absolute garbage. And I understand you get what you pay for. I was beguiled by Amazon Prime Day, and I bought 2 sets of these plastic racks, and they're garbage. This one, I have a coating of E6000 down on the other end because it's snapped in half. And I'm pretty salty about that as well. Man, this is a day to be mad. And not only, well, I'm not going to get into that. Not only that, somebody on Facebook just asked an innocuous question. Like, hey, just a question. Do y'all ever clean your tiles? Y'all know I've talked about that before. And so tons of people are like, yeah, of course. You know, people lick their fingers, chew their nails. Yeah, of course you're supposed to sanitize your tiles. Well, I was the one that got jumped on. I was jumped on. Not only was I insulted because I'm just so stupid that I sanitize my tiles. That is just the dumbest thing ever. I'm also ugly, fat, and old because I sanitize my tiles. So that's the day I've had today. So, however, here is our next hand. What do we got? Let's see. We got 2 4 6 2 4. You see how it jumps out at you? We're lucky we've got. Let's hold on to that. We got 2 jokers. That's fantastic. So right away, you've got 1 2 3 4 5 6, 7, 8 with the jokers, you're more than halfway to any 2, 4, 6, 8 hand. So what do? When you don't know a hand, you know a section. Let's get rid of everything that is not 2, 4, 6, and 8. And just throughout the Charleston, let's hold on to the dragon just in case. Just in case. So remember what I said? Focus on a section. You can even focus on 2 sections. A section you can focus on 2 at the same time. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 3, 6, 9. You know why? Because in the 3, 6, 9 section, there's 2 of the numbers that's in the 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So, you could even do that. So if you're doing a hand that could be either one of those sections, get rid of your evens. Get them out of your eyesight. That is just to be courteous and to not super rush, not mess up because you're in a big hurry to not make anybody wait, but because you're being a little courteous. Just don't take too much time. I'll say it till cows come home. You may not know what hand you're doing, but you know what section you're not doing. Don't dwell. Get rid of it. So if this was my hand, I would definitely go for the 2, 4, 6, 8 section. And right away, you're going to learn this card so well that they're going to jump out at you just like this did. I just wish more hands would jump out with me. This is a very popular hand. It is the third from the bottom. You're going to have a 2, 4, 6, 8. And you're very close with this. You only need an 8. And then the next suit, the opposite from this, is going to be either a 2 or 4 or 6 or 8. But they all got to match with the matching dragon. So looky here. Here are the dots. Here's the bams. Here are the cracks. You've already got a 4 in each suit. So get rid of the 2. And you have the dragon that matches the 4 bam. And you've got 2 dragons. You're on your way. So here, not only have you picked a section, you've picked an exact hand that you can work for. Probably by the end of the Charleston, you may have a few more. But right now, you know to get rid of these. Don't hold the table hostage while you try to decide what to get rid of. Because you may not know what section or hand you're going for, but you know which one you're not going for. I'm dumping that in my bag. Next. Oh, I hope I didn't scratch my table. If y'all know me, did I? No. If y'all know me, you know I love my mango wood table. I got this 18 years ago from good old Mattress Mac in Houston. We love him, don't we? Here is another hand. Let's see. Let me remember what is this. Let's see. I notice I have a lot of cracks. And 2 of them are pairs. That's a pong here and that. That could be 3, 6. Let's see. Let's look at 3, 6, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But if I was going for singles and pairs, which is concealed, and because they're pairs, you can't use the joker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You see, you're even. You're even there. So if this was my hand, even though this is concealed and I can't use a joker, I would go for this. I've actually done this singles and pair hand, which is all one suit. I've done that before, and it's hard because you can't claim anything. You can't call for with a discarded tile and expose it because it's a concealed hand, and you can't use your joker. But it is brainless. I'm sorry, it's true. I've done it a couple of times because it's brainless. It's the same suit. You don't have to concentrate on switching the suits. I would do the Charleston with like these to save my pong. I would start it with that. And if I got another one of these, I'd keep it moving and get rid of all these. So that's what I do. So there. Didn't necessarily pick a hand, but you picked a section. You know what section you're not going to do. So, I think that's going to be my new mantra. You don't know what you're going to you don't know what you're going to do, but you know what you're not going to do. Let's get rid of it. Let's see. Oh, this is something else that's been jumping out at me lately. Again, you don't really like doing concealed hands because you can't claim any discards. You can't, you can use jokers. But when I draw a hand, or I get drawn a hand, or I gain it throughout the Charleston. I'm just so used to this card already that when I see one dragon of each suit, I immediately know, oh, that's any like number. And so I look and see, what number do I have the most of across all suits? This right here. Come on. Come on. That should tell you right away. You've got a lot of ones. Let's see. And let's save those dragons. Let's move those over. Let's see what other ones we've got. We've got a 1 dot. Now, again, this is kind of brainless. I love this hand because it's kind of brainless. So, if you were, where am I? If you were going to go to any like number, meaning whatever number you have the most of across all suits, hang there with it, okay? If I had, if I were to gain a flower, drawing a flower, or get it in the Charleston, I would go with this one, because then you would just have to get another dragon. So this would be a really easy hand because you've already got one of each dragon, and you've got one dot in one suit and 3 1 dots in another suit. So you just need some 1 cracks now. So this would be another brainless hand, because you would just need Kong dragon, Pong dragon, Kong dragon. You already have this. Now, I would use as a Kong only if you just so happened, like if somebody laid down a bird bam, you would call it, or a 1 bam. Nobody freak out. Nobody freak out. I called it a bird bam. Y'all can tell what I've been dealing with today. You know who you are. You know who you are. So that's what I would do. I'll say it till the cows come home. I said that already. You may not know what hand you're doing, but you know what section you're not doing. When it's time to discard it and move on to the next person. Let's not hold an entire table hostage because you are just so dead set on not losing. I've played 80 games with this one group. I've probably played 150 games with another group. I've probably played 100 games with another group. After all this time, you're going to lose some games. Lose the games and move on. This is not for the Olympics or anything like that. At the very best, the quicker you play, the more games you play, the better experience you get. Remember when I said learning to play Mahjong is like learning to dance? You got to keep changing partners so that you know how to be adaptive and how to match energy with each player or each dancer. You just want to learn how to do that. So I got a busy week this week. I'm only going to be able to play Mahjong once this week because Thursday I have to go out of town for work. So anyway, y'all be nice out there. Y'all be nice. When somebody says they sanitize their tiles because you can't control if your guests are licking their fingers or not, it doesn't mean they're germphobe, and it doesn't mean I'm a fat old lady. It means I'm being courteous to myself and the people using my tiles by gently sanitizing them. Anywho, y'all have a wonderful weekend.